or die for the Boston Bruins in their chase for the cup.
The excitement is growing in Boston as the Bees prepare to take on the St. Louis Blues in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final.
And the TD Garden can fit a little more than 17,000 people, and it's expected to be packed.
We have live team coverage of Game 7. Caroline Goggin is live in Boston with what fans are saying ahead of tonight's game.
But first, let's get right to sports director Yanni Karakis and Ruthie Polinsky. They're live at the Garden with how tonight is a dream come true for many Bruins players. Guys?
Well, Ruthie, after tonight, only one team will get to etch their name in Lord Stanley's Cup, the most sought-after trophy in all of sports. It's a Game 7. It's the Bruins and Blues, and first Game 7 in the NHL Stanley Cup Final since 2011 when the Bruins won it.
Yanni, football players grow up dreaming, wanting to play in the Super Bowl. Baseball players want to play in the World Series. Hockey players growing up in rinks or ponds want to play on this stage in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final.
Every kid has a dream.
To put something online, you imagine that it's a Game 7, you know.
Every kid has their own rules.
It was just me and my buddy playing outside, and, you know, he would score. I'd just say, we're starting over. As long as I don't let any goals in, that was how I played it.
You're always playing next goal wins. It's a Game 7 Stanley Cup goal, and, yeah, I mean, every kid's doing that.
If I didn't score in Game 7, we lost. We played it again. That's the way it went, right?
Every kid has their own discovery.
Maybe early 90s. I remember watching my first NHL game was the Stanley Cup Finals, Pittsburgh Penguins against Minnesota North Stars that time. After the game, I saw the big, huge trophy, and that's the first time, obviously, I realized that's the Stanley Cup.
And for the few who make it,
It's much different when you're going through it and realizing how exciting and how hard it is.
those who once were just kids with a dream feel grateful.
So much more appreciation for what we've been through and the road that we've taken to get here. Hopefully it ends on a good note.
Even if it isn't exactly how you imagined.
I never imagined myself as a kid coaching it. I'm not going to lie to you. It was as a player, but here I am. It's the next best thing.
You thank that dream because it's where it all began.
Coldrey Avenue, Coldrey. I remember it well. I was there for a long time.
And Yanni, of course, hoisting the Stanley Cup is a dream in and of itself. The Bruins hope to be the ones doing that here tonight.
And for all of us watching it, so much anxiety. A Game 7, especially if it's a close game. For more on what fans are saying ahead of this one, let's go outside the TD Garden, live to Caroline Goggin. Caroline?
Hey guys, well, we are live outside the Garden right now, and I know, of course, the fun will be had inside the Garden tonight, but right here on Canal Street, this is where the fun is right now. As you can see behind me, many fans out here tonight, and we caught up with some of them earlier today, some of them traveling from as far as Montreal and Orlando, Florida, to be here in Boston for this. We spoke with 6-year-old Colin Ryder as he and his dad made their way through Fan Fest earlier this afternoon. They're heading back home to Melrose to watch Game 7 tonight, but they wanted to make sure they spent some time in the city beforehand.
We went to the pro shop and we had some lunch at the greatest bar.
Do you think the Bruins are going to win tonight?
Definitely.
Definitely?
Yeah.
I wanted him to experience this and feel the vibe. He's only 6. He's loved hockey since he was 4. He went to his first Bruins game at 4. Hopefully the Bruins are going to come out on top. Otherwise, I'm going to have a sad camper on my hands.
And Colin told me this afternoon that if Game 7 goes into overtime tonight, he's going to be at home biting his nails off because he'll be so nervous. I'm sure many fans who are heading inside the Garden tonight will be doing the same thing. But if you are headed inside, you had to pay a pretty penny in order to do so. Right now on StubHub, tickets are as much as $1,800, and they're just for nosebleeds. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 5:30, I asked a couple of people, would you pay that money? We'll hear their responses then. Reporting live in Boston, I'm Caroline Goggin, Eyewitness News.
The Bruins' chase for the cup ends in Boston tonight. The Bruins and St. Louis Blues just hours away from playing in the deciding Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final.
And we have live team coverage at the TD Garden. Caroline Goggin has details on what it'll cost you to get into tonight's game. But first, Yanni Karakis and Ruthie Polinsky have more on goalie Tuukka Rask's chance to cement his legacy. Hey, guys.
Yeah, and Tuukka just walked into this building ahead of the biggest game of his career, and it's a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final for the first time since 2011, first time ever for the Bruins organization in the Cup Final.
And Yanni, Tuukka Rask is a favorite for the Conn Smythe Trophy, given to the MVP of the Cup playoffs. And what an accomplishment that would be for a guy who's so often highly criticized, and also a guy who lost the Stanley Cup in 2013. Tuukka's been absolutely phenomenal this Cup run. He's 3-0 in elimination games thus far, and his performance in Game 6 has helped the Bruins get back to this point.
Tuukka has been an easy target for Bruins fans, especially those who think he hadn't performed to a Tim Thomas 2011 level yet. But Tuukka's head coach couldn't be any more confident in his netminder.
For you who have followed me, I've been honest with his play for 3 years I've been here, but I'm not a critic. I always believed he's one of the elite goalies in the league. I think when you win championships, it cements that. You know, that's part of your legacy. So clearly winning a championship at any, those key positions, quarterback, starting pitcher, goaltender is a lot of times what defines you down the road. So, he'll be ready to do it. Let's hope we're good in front of him. I have no worries about him tomorrow.
And Tuukka Rask's predecessor, Tim Thomas, is rumored to be the banner captain tonight. He's sort of been MIA since winning the Cup here in 2011, so that would be special indeed.
No Tom Brady for the banner captain, but I think that one will do. For more on what's going on outside of the TD Garden ahead of Game 7, let's send it over to Caroline Goggin. Hi, Caroline.
Hey guys, well, with less than 3 hours until the game, fans are filling up behind me on Canal Street. Both Bruins and Blues fans are here tonight. But if you're looking to get inside the game for Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, it's going to cost you. On StubHub right now, tickets are starting at about $1,800. Now, Boston Mayor Marty Walsh addressed ticket sales in a press conference here in the city this morning. He's warning fans to be careful of counterfeit tickets and only to buy from authorized ticket sellers. He says there's nothing the city can do to help you if you buy a ticket that's fake and then you can't get into the game. This afternoon, I talked to a 12-year-old boy from Florida who is lucky enough to be heading inside tonight. I also asked a couple fans, would you pay all this money for a chance to see Game 7 in person?
No, I wish. If money was easier to come by, it'd be great.
Honestly, if they were a little bit more reasonable, I mean, they were like $1,500 for like the roof. So anything even remotely good was $3,000-$4,000 a ticket.
Yeah. Do you realize how lucky you are to be 12 years old and going to a Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals?
Yeah, it's a dream come true.
How do you feel?
I feel so nervous, but amazed at the same time.
And Will's dad is a Bruins fan, so naturally he has been all his life too. And in his short 12 years of life, it's been an honor to be a fan here in the city of Boston. We're going to have more on that coming up on Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock. Reporting live in Boston, I'm Caroline Goggin, Eyewitness News.
Now the Boston Bruins chase for the Cup. One way or another, it ends tonight.
We're 2 hours away from that deciding Game 7 against the St. Louis Blues, with the Bees hoping home ice advantage will put them over the top.
And we have live team coverage in Boston. Caroline Goggin. But first we go to Ruthie Polinsky and Yanni Karakis at TD Garden. Hey guys.
All right, Ruthie, Game 7 Stanley Cup Final. Bees trying to win this thing at home for the first time since 1970, and this is the first ever Game 7 they'll host in Boston.
And Yanni, there are some Bruins veterans on this team that have done this before on the winning and losing end.
Zdeno Chara, Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand, Tuukka Rask, all on the 11 and 13 teams, winning in 11 and losing in 13. And they talked this week the different emotions on being on both sides of the scoreboard. For some of these Bruins veterans, they've experienced both possibilities for tonight. The thrill of victory, like in 2011, and the agony of defeat, like in 2013.
Well, I think that you learn from both of those experiences. Definitely one is happier, the other one is more sour, but yeah, definitely makes you more hungry next time you have the opportunity.
Johnston's Nola Chari was still in prep school in 2011, yes, then as a Bruins fan.
Obviously, Z, big man, when you see it in 2011, just the triumph when he holds it up is just something special. And I mean, you want to be able to do that one day, and tomorrow could be that day.
Brad Marchand played in the Stanley Cup Final 2 of his first 3 years in the league. It's been 6 years since he's been back.
So that sticks with you forever. When you're winning and losing, it sticks with you forever. And you know, you don't forget everything that happens when you win, and you definitely don't forget what happens when you lose. So, you know, again, unfortunately, there's going to be both sides of that tomorrow, and see how it plays out.
Two different feelings etched in their memory, with one resurfacing tonight. And Ruthie, these core guys with a chance to join the 1970 and 72 Bruins as multiple championship winners.
Coming up a little bit later in sports, we'll dive deeper into some potential Bruins lineup changes. As for what's going on outside of the TD Garden ahead of Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final, let's send it to Caroline Goggin. Hey, Caroline.
Well, guys, Boston sports fans, they are spoiled. That is not new news. And once again, they are hoping for a parade in the city later on this week if the Bruins are able to win the Stanley Cup tonight. And as you can see behind me, the excitement is building here on Canal Street. We got here around 2:30 this afternoon. It was a little quiet here on Canal Street. There are a ton of people in here now, a ton of people trying to flood into the Garden this evening. Many of those fans coming from all over New England, but other fans coming from as far as Montreal and Florida as they gear up for Game 7. And if the Bruins win, the city of Boston will be hosting its third championship parade in the last 9 months.
You know, this is a generational thing. You know, even though there's 17 or 18 championships in 19 years, that's okay. Parade after parade. So we all have our fingers crossed.
I know it's Patriot land and stuff, and, you know, the Red Sox too, but Bruin fans, I think, are just more special. I'm a little biased because hockey's #1 in our house. We love all the Boston sports, but hockey's #1 in our house. So if the Bruins are able to win another one, and they won in 11, but this time in Boston, will be amazing.
And many fans will be here on Canal Street tonight to watch Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. So will we, and we're going to have much more coverage coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 10 on Fox Providence, 11 o'clock on WPRI 12. Reporting live in Boston, I'm Caroline Goggin, Eyewitness News.